Welcome everyone to a live stream on a Redfin. Here's the thing, I have kind of put some thoughts together, and I think Redfin might be getting ready to do something. This is total speculation. I'm gonna say this up front, but it's something that whether Redfin does it or somebody else does it, this is going to happen, and it's going to pretty much kill the way I recommend you invest in real estate, which is not good. And it also, in my opinion, is gonna hurt my ability to make money. So why am I saying this? Because this idea isn't new, it's out there, but it's not publicly known. That is, companies are secretly working on this. It's really not a secret that people are working on this. I'm just worried that what I'm about to tell you is gonna happen and it's gonna really change the landscape. So let me give you a little bit of background really quick. So here's the thing. Redfin is obviously a discount real estate brokerage if you're not aware of them. They will sell your property for a 1% listing fee, which usually people are going to pay 2.5%. So on a $500,000 house, instead of paying $12,500 for an agent, you'll just pay $5,000. Then they actually give some money back to buyers as well. So they're really trying to gain market share. And they're not really profitable right now as a company. But what's interesting about this is because they're starting to get more listings, because they're starting to sort of express their dominance, watch what they're doing on every single listing. And then you're going to see where this is going. It's mind-blowing, obviously, in my opinion, but watch this, okay? So we pop on over here. Watch what Redfin's doing. You go to listings. This is, to me, it's going to be like the end of the way I like to invest in real estate. So watch this. Let's just pop open some of their listings here and look at this. Every single listing that Redfin has, you will find a 3D tour, which is a great way to sort of explore the space. I do these. I've talked about using the Matterport cameras. I love these things. I get the question all the time on Instagram or in the YouTube comments, hey, how do you do those 3D tours? Well, it's pretty easy. You take this camera. I really wanted to see that mirror to show it to you. But anyway, it's just a camera that spins around on a tripod. And they're doing this on all of their listings. And there's going to be something interesting that comes out of this. So we know these 3D tours, a simple camera that spins around. It's great. Awesome. We also know that discounts now, gathering clientele, so to speak, at a discount. Well, so how does this change, the aspect of real estate, and how does this change investing in real estate? What's going to die? And then we're going to open up to questions in a second. But how is Redfin going to kill real estate? Watch this. Artificial intelligence relies on data. And this is my opinion. So just replace Redfin with any other company here. But artificial intelligence relies on data. And what do we talk about when we talk wedge deals? When we're talking wedge deals, we're always talking about trying to buy something for a price that's under market value, right? So let's say you could buy a property that's worth $600K, which I've bought kind of 3 of these this year. You buy a property that's worth $600K. $450,000, it needs $50,000 worth of work. Great. What do you take advantage of? We should all know this already. You take advantage of this boost in value here, which is the wedge. Looks like are we doing okay on the stream here? Just want to make sure the stream's going okay. It seems like it lagged a little bit for a moment there. Sorry if it did. Anyway, so you buy in the wedge. And now what benefit does this give you? Well, obviously you get this instant boost of net worth of $100,000. We know that. We love the wedge. But now what is Redfin doing that's going to kill possibly the market, in my opinion? By doing these 3D tours on all of these properties, they're able to establish a lot more data on every single property they sell. And when Redfin agents input these listings, what happens? They're putting in, hey, is it a fixer? They're probably putting in a lot more information in the back end than we even know about. And so what are all of the people taking Redfin listings at a discount secretly doing? They're building a set of data that will help enable them in the future to basically, in my opinion, let everybody in the world know about this spread. Here's my guess. My guess is Redfin's going to build up this incredible database of knowledge to where their program's not just going to tell you, hey, this property's on the market and it's worth $600,000 as their Redfin value. I bet you their algorithm in the future, or somebody else's, is going to tell you this house is listed for $450,000. But if you spent $10,000 on carpet and paint it would be worth $490,000. So what's going to happen? The price of the property is going to move up to 45 or 480. Or they might say, hey, if you buy this place for 450 and you put 50 grand in, you're going to have a property that's worth 600. How do we know that? Well, our algorithm and all those 3D tours that we've been doing tells us that. So now all of a sudden, what do you get? The wedge gets compressed. The wedge gets compressed by artificial intelligence. And don't kid yourself, this data is out there. Yes, Zillow's estimate doesn't really do this. Zillow's estimate will tell you, hey, you might get a return on your investment. I just took a glance at the comments here. You might get a return on your investment by doing a kitchen remodel or whatever. But there's right now not a software yet that tells you if on this particular property, you replace the paint and carpet and update the kitchen by painting the cabinets, this, that, and the other. Here are the new set of comps you'll be looking at. You'll be able to take advantage of this boost in equity. That is coming, I bet, within the next 5 years. Being able to get wedge deals with on-the-market listings is going to be near impossible. Right now, most of the properties I buy are on the multiple listing service, and I'm able to take advantage of this wedge for one reason only. People are clueless. People look at a property that has stinky carpet, gross paint, it's ugly, it doesn't look pretty or whatever. What happens? You're able to buy wedge deals because I walk in and I go, oh, no problem. I know the plumbing's going to cost me that. It's going to cost me this to cosmetically change this. We're going to use these hacks to make sure we extend the life for 10 years on this. Boom, I get a lot of value. Most buyers walk in, they don't know that. It's information asymmetry. We've heard of that phrase before, but the compression of this wedge happens by one thing and one thing only: information. However, right now, that information isn't readily available. This information, as far as what creates the wedge, is only available if you have a really good agent or, I'm not trying to pitch it again. I'm just saying people in the real estate investing course know how to find this wedge and take advantage of this because they're getting the information. The mass public doesn't know this. For everybody that leaves a comment on my YouTube videos that's like, oh, Kevin, you pitched the course too much. I look at that, I go, thank you, because that means there's less competition out there for buying these deals, which helps the course members, right? But if every single real estate buyer had my course out there in the United States, every single person buying real estate had the course, and everybody understood the wedge, the amount of competition to buy wedge deals would be so extreme that this wedge would continue to compress to where all of a sudden in the future, rather than spending $450, putting 50 grand in and fix up and having a place that's worth $6, you're going to be buying places for $540,000, putting $50,000 in. Now all of a sudden you're getting a $10,000 wedge. $10,000 wedge. Who cares? I say this just in a live stream the other day. I told people, folks, why bother investing, in my opinion? Why bother trying to get wedge deals in areas where houses are worth like $100,000? Watch this. You buy a house for 50 grand, you put 40 grand to fix up into it, and let's say it's worth 100 or 110. Congratulations, you made $10,000. You made $20,000. Big deal. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the small numbers. This is why, I'm not that big of a fan of sometimes looking for wedge deals in cheaper areas because the wedges are small. At that point, you may as well just buy fixed up, move-in ready property, new construction, and milk the cash flow. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But this kind of wedge where you're able to get like this 10% boost in equity by buying deals, it's going to go away. And I know it sounds crazy, because, we're looking at Redfin here and we're saying Redfin might kill the industry by doing this with all the 3D tours. But let me just pull one up again. Let's see here. Let's share screen here again. Look at this. Look at this technology. How hard is it for an algorithm to look at this with a 3D rendering and say, oh, that's a brick fireplace. If we paint that, we'll see a value boost of this. Oh, looks like we got some crown molding here because there's a different angle at the edge. No problem. We can identify that as value. They can also, in the future, in my opinion, identify furniture trends and color trends and look and say, you know what, this place is dated. It's got that wall AC, so it's got wires sticking out over here. You know what? So there's some funky elements to it. The only way they're going to achieve that is with data. And that data is going to take, in my opinion, at least 5 years to gather. They're going to need thousands to 10,000 of these 3D tours. But Redfin is, a national company. And in my opinion, they can totally get this data very, very fast. So it might not specifically be Redfin. It might be a different company that comes out with it. But as soon as more and more people start trusting computer algorithm data that says, if you spend this, you will make this, all of a sudden, the average Joe and Jane homebuyer are going to be able to look and go, whoa, this is great. I'll get instant equity. That's how much equity I'm going to get. And then all of a sudden, guess what happens to Kevin? I'm not able to buy wedge deals anymore, or it's going to get a lot harder. We're going to basically have to rely on the individual being a wholesaler almost originally. And I hate to tell you, but one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of wholesaling, look, it's fine to start with wholesaling. You bird dog and wholesaling, you get started, you get experience, fine, it's great. But one of the reasons there aren't that many successful wholesalers around is because what happens when people are wholesaling? They start realizing, whoa, there's more profit in doing the deals or being a real estate agent and capitalizing on all the deals rather than just some of the deals. So, but that might be the direction it goes in the future if everything on the market, it's impossible to get a wedge deal on. The fact that to this very day, you could get wedge deals on the market real estate is huge. Now, I did this. I put a little code. I always, and it's a live pitch. It's crazy. But I put a code short Redfin down below. It is 20% off the real estate investing course for this live stream. The price did go up $5. I told everybody the price goes up over time because I just did an hour and a half live stream yesterday. It starts dragging on me, like the amount of extra work that has to be done, the more people join, but I like doing it. So anyway, if you want to use that, you can. Now, let me go back to Redfin here. The reason I think specifically Redfin is going to be capable of doing this, and I'm going to go to questions here in the live in just a second. The reason I think Redfin is going to be capable of doing this, and that's why I put short Redfin down there. And honestly, if Redfin does this, the last thing you should do is short Redfin. I'm just saying short Redfin because I think it's a funny coupon code or coupon code. I got flagged in the comment section on another video that I say coupon with a Q. I never knew I was saying it wrong, so thank you. Coupon. Anyway, the reason I think Redfin is going to be the company that is going to do this is because by combining the fact that they're a discount service with, that's going to attract more attention, especially over time, with the fact that they do these 3D tours on every single deal, they got endless data. They have the data. We have the computing power to do this. The artificial intelligence will be doing this. People are already trying to do this. Again, I don't think I'm like revealing a secret here. In fact, I told Lauren this title and this subject idea, and Lauren's like, Kevin, I don't think Redfin's going to be able to take algorithms and kill getting wedge deals because, and if you made a video about it, well, then you're basically giving them the idea. The idea is there. It's just, I'd rather you know about this now. And the reason I get so excited about investing in real estate, and so many people, they're like, oh, Kevin, all you do is talk about real estate and your deals and like, oh, you're humble bragging about your real estate all the time or whatever. I don't think of it as bragging. I think of real estate as so exciting because I know that today I could go out there and build my equity by $100,000 like that by buying wedge deals, and you could do it too. This is nothing special. This is easy stuff to me. But because it's so easy to do these wedge deals, A, I'm excited, but B, it won't be long, especially with these 3D tours, for a company like Redfin or a company to analyze the analytics on these 3D tours and start getting rid of the wedge opportunity. I mean, seriously, look at this. It's just a matter of time before this kind of technology transforms what we're able to do. In fact, I'm starting to scan outside. Let me see if I can pull one up right now because this will also blow your mind. Nobody's doing this yet. So somebody might steal this idea from me, okay? This is legitimately an idea that might get stolen from me. So I made a video about that deal that I bought for $465,000 when the as-is comps were in the area were $535,000 and a fixed-up comp, same square footage, just sold for over $610,000. It was listed for $610,000. I got multiple offers, and I got this place for $465,000. I'm going to show you this deal right now here, but look at what I'm doing on my 3D tours. And in my opinion, this is mind-blowing. Yo, Kosh, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the $1. That's awesome, man. I haven't forgotten about your phone call. Kosh is in the course. He's awesome. Okay, folks, watch this. This is scary. IMO, okay? And then I'm going to go to questions in the live chat. I swear. But watch this. Okay, do you see this? This is a 3D tour on my own property that I'm buying right now. Look at what's different between my 3D tour and where was it? One of these Redfin 3D tours. Notice this is just the interior, right? Yeah, watch this. Oh, snap. I literally have the entire outside. I mean, I could drop over here and look at that. That's my car. You know, we could go walk inside. We could go walk around. We could go look and go, oh my gosh, what is this? Is this foundation issue a problem? All of this, I can see it. It's not going to be long before the algorithms figure this crap out too. Especially, look at this. You go outside, look how perfect this is. I mean, I could literally see a dog's face right there because there's a dog next door. So that's scary to me. And I think that is going to be the end of getting wedge deals. Computers are going to screw all of the opportunity. The only thing that's going to be missing is the smell sensor. But quite frankly, the algorithms in the future are probably going to be able to look at old stinky carpet and old flooring. And I bet you this, watch this, imagine this. Manufacturers like Shaw Carpet, for example, they have 3D renderings and 3D models for like Google SketchUp and stuff like that already in existence. If all of that data from 3D modeled furniture, I'll show you, for example. 3D modeled furniture, 3D modeled store.steelcase.com. Watch this. Okay. 3D modeled carpet, 3D modeled flooring. All of that data gets uploaded to a company like Redfin that now has all this data on houses. Now you could actually possibly combine what the manufacturers have and the dates they created it with what the 3D scan actually sees. Now, I can't see it right now, but I'll show you really quick. Here's this website, Steelcase, for example. They create office furniture, which is actually the desk behind me and the chair I'm using is Steelcase furniture. But they have 3D rendering that you could download to Google SketchUp. You literally download this crap to Google SketchUp. And I mean, look at that. It's not going to be long before the algorithms in the Matterport go, hey, that looks like the flooring from this era. That means it's 10 years old because they don't make it anymore. And oh my gosh, if it's 10 years old, it's dated, it's probably older, we can assign value to it. So, Josh Archer says, instead of fearing this, we need to capitalize and find a way to benefit from it and work faster. Absolutely. And that's why I'm making this live stream, because I want you folks as my audience to come here in a live stream. Thank you for being here. And hopefully get inspired to take advantage of wedge deals. I'm not trying to like panic sell you or say it's the end of the world. And if you don't get started soon, you're screwed. But I do legitimately feel that. I do think the era of buying things with disparity in the wedge will go away. And then we will all become Grant Cardones who buy whatever real estate there is and gladly overpay for it, because the goal is just hold the real estate, milk the cash flow, and wait for the appreciation to take effect to create these 15% internal rates of return. That's all that's being done, leverage and appreciation. That's all that's being done on syndicated deals, because you don't get wedge deals on 80 unit apartment buildings because there's too much competition. The price gets driven up. So the last deal that Cardone bought in Sawgrass, Florida, where I grew up, multiple offers, way over the asking price. Just saying. Okay. So thank you for the coffee here, but no, seriously. So Redfin 3D houses. Sorry for the notification, folks. I had to redo the live stream because I screwed up. So okay, folks. So questions. Let's talk about this. At Meet Redfin is going to have Kevin Realtor class. Redfin would be smart to buy my real estate investing course and then take all the information and use it. But that'd be a problem, because then for $330, which yes, the price did go up $5. Yes, the price goes up over time. I've said that like for the year that I've had the course, I said the course price goes up over time. But if they bought that, they'd have my brain for $330 minus if they used, it would be ironic if they use the coupon code I just made, short Redfin, and got 20% off. That'd be funny. Okay. Anyway, so only a matter of time before computers will be able to predict area, land, and house values. That's the thing. I'm telling you, it's scary. What's up? Raul Serrano wants a shout out. Awesome. All right, ask me your questions. Let's do questions here. And folks, the market right now, a little rough too. We're definitely seeing some drama in terms of the stock market and bonds. However, look at those interest rates. If you have not done this yet, make sure it's not a seller's market. No way, it's a seller's market. If you have not done this yet, make sure you pick up your phone right now and do this. John Film says, I work for Redfin. You guys have 6 months. Oh crap. Hey, December and November are great times to buy wedge deals. So if Redfin says we have 6 months, oh snap. Insider information, buy Redfin stock. This is not insider information if it's here in a public live stream. But if you have not downloaded yet the Zillow Mortgage Calculator app, please download the Zillow Mortgage Calculator app. Watch what interest rates are doing. They are plummeting like crazy. It is a really, really good time to lock in 30-year fixed rate financing, especially if you could do it on the wedge deals. My man Kosh, what's up? Open Door bought several homes in Denver Metro. According to the real estate agent, 30% sold almost less than they paid for it. 30% have sold at almost less than they paid for it. Okay, so I mean, I think what you're saying is that there could be problems in algorithms, and this is true. This is good. That is good. When I hear that algorithms are buying real estate and they're losing the main company money, you know what that says to me? They're getting closer. Because guess what? Have you ever, when you do those like you sign into something on Google and it's like, please select all the sidewalk crossings or the boats or the traffic lights. You are building Google's artificial intelligence database for Waymo, their self-driving cars, right? Like you are training the algorithm because the algorithms aren't perfect yet. They don't know all this stuff yet. They're still making mistakes. But what does it tell you? It tells you they're getting closer and closer. And the more data we feed into the computers, the better and better they get. These neural networks are insanely scary, how powerful they are. Right now, they're not there yet. They still suck. That's why I say there's a leftover opportunity to buy wedge deals, but it's going to go away. And that scares me because I don't know what I'll be able to preach anymore. I'll have to start preaching, buy and overpay for large apartment deals. Sorry, I had to do it. No, I'm like, this is why in all my videos I talk about real estate, because I'm just like, folks, I mean, people like, oh, look, I was just reading, the book, what is this? I was reading some personal finance book, and they're like, I will teach you to be rich, that one. And I'm just like pulling my hair out because I'm like, how do you bag on real estate? I don't understand. Or another one, I watched people on YouTube. We'll have to do like reaction videos here at some point. But I watched some videos on YouTube where people are like, how the home is not an investment. I'm like, then you don't understand how to buy real estate. Like if you think any kind of real estate is not an investment, you do not understand wedge deals. So, but again, yeah, like if this is seriously going to happen, with Redfin, buying their stock could actually be a good way to hedge the death of the wedge. How's that for a quote? I just came up with that. Their stock is cheap, by the way. I will admit that. They're cheap. Their stock is cheap right now. iHouses to be released in Apple by 2030. I'm okay with 2030. If all the algorithms want to come out by 2030 and destroy my wedge deals, that's fine. By then, I'll have 200 wedge deals in my portfolio. I'll have my big apartment buildings. I'll have everything I want. And I'll just probably be making videos from a beach in Tahiti, which in theory, if I wanted to, I could probably do right now. But I'm still too excited and jazzed about teaching how to buy wedge deals because it's true. And the opportunity is going to go away. That's probably the scariest thing. Like, I don't know, maybe I just have like this psychological problem that when I feel like something is really good and it's like too easy to do, but then that's going to go away in the future. It's kind of like something's dying. Nobody wants something to die. Okay, me, Kevin, if Redfin tells you that you'll make $100,000 investing 50, they are setting themselves up for a huge liability. It doesn't work out. You know how easy liability is to waive? You put a little disclaimer at the bottom and you say, you can even have people sign in and agree to a disclaimer that literally says, this information could be totally wrong. It is algorithm driven. We have no responsibility by this. It is created by a third-party shell company. So you want to go sue that, go sue that. Although, if you saw my video today, we all know you could sue any company. But Redfin has staff attorneys. Who cares? And if you sign a liability waiver before accessing this data, you're screwed. Liability does not stop business. Any big business has staff attorneys because everybody knows there are bullshit people who come out and start scamming people and doing bullshit lawsuits. So staff attorneys are just the cost of doing business. Liability is not a concern for me at all. This is going to happen. Let's see. Where would you buy near hospitals, giving demographic shifts? I'm okay with that. Just be careful. You got the helipads, and sometimes those get a little bit annoying. I will sell you a wedge deal on Mars Tesla property. Okay. When am I coming to Orlando? I'm coming to Florida soon. So any input for a noob starting up on YouTube? I'm a realtor now. It's going to be a tough niche to talk about right here, honestly. I mean, just start doing it. Look at some of my older videos. In a world where you get paid. Okay. So, yeah. Look, the thing is, I really felt inspired to do this live stream because I believe it, and I always want to provide you more value. To me, I think everybody, I don't care if you're a college kid or you're 60 years old right now or you're 16 years old, you should be talking to your friends and family and saying, well, first of all, use coupon code short Redfin for 20% off. Yeah, the price did go up $5. But anyway, get educated. Look, it doesn't have to be the course. Quite frankly, it doesn't have to be the course. There's plenty of information online. There's a lot of niche information you can't get online because nobody talks about it in the course. But there's a lot you can educate yourself with online. Look at the videos where I talk about making wedge deals. I just did a video where I talked about the wedge deal, how I bought the house on Facebook and made $100,000 and walked through it. It's like 30,000 views. It's not even that much in terms of like how many views it gets, but the information in there is so amazing. It's just like so detailed and so good. But stuff like that doesn't go viral. I don't know why. It should. Like wedge deals should be all over the trending page of the YouTubes because they're about to die. Well, again, I honestly think we have 5 years. I mean, somebody in here was joking that they work for Redfin and you have 6 months. Yeah, the title, the title or the thumbnail did have the RuneScape skull in there. That's because I feel like wedge deals are scald. Like you're gonna die soon in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? My old RuneScape name was 5star24. The name has since changed, but I used to do a lot of stuff for Rune HQ back when Mr. Stormy was still alive. Kind of sad. So anyway, Redfin equals Tesla. They will need supercharger equivalent. Okay, homes will crash. Okay, look. People say, let me just get this straight here. And this is really important about the economy. People say this crap that the real estate market is going to crash and home prices are there's going to be hyperinflation is what I like. I was just watching Peter Schiff and he goes on like these news shows and he goes on these shows because he's this personality that goes up there and goes, everybody buy gold. The world is coming to an end. Buy gold. Everything's going to crash. We're going to see hyperinflation. Yes. When am I coming to? I'll finish the thought in just a second. When am I coming to Miami next, or Florida next? So the answer to that, let me just show you all really quick. If you don't already know, you can meet me in person at these crash courses. So the top 2 things are the courses here. There's the real estate investing course. There's the real estate agent course. You could get, if you buy the investing course first, you get a really big coupon off the agent course. But use short Redfin for the investing course. Anyway, then you can meet me in person. Seattle is next week. Then Austin, Miami, San Francisco, Charlotte, Philly, Los Angeles. I have a secret surprise coming for Feb. So stay tuned for an announcement on Feb. Okay? Somebody kind of alluded to it in the comments here. So just stay tuned. Okay, what was I gonna say? Where was I? Oh, which reminds me, I gotta send these people some flowers. So anyway, where the heck was I? Oh yeah, with inflation. So we get people talking about. Oh, I gotta write this down. We get people talking about what's gonna happen with hyperinflation in the marketplace. Let's talk about hyperinflation in the marketplace. When crazy inflation happens in the marketplace, first of all, real estate debt benefits dramatically. When you own real estate and you take out this 30-year fixed rate financing where you're locking in your interest rate, which is unique to the United States. 30 years, you lock in your interest rate. It's amazing. You don't get that in any other country. You get like 20 and 25 years in Canada, but most countries get like a 10-year fixed if you're lucky. You're lucky. Anyway, so I'll look at that later. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, so hyperinflation. Let's say hyperinflation happens. The economy slows. The Federal Reserve has to print a bunch of money to keep inflation at 2%. First of all, if the Fed prints more money to keep inflation at 2%, that doesn't all of a sudden translate into hyperinflation. But let's say for some reason we had this crazy, 10% inflation again or whatever, and interest rates had to shoot up to 14% or something. Well, first of all, I would love it if I had 30-year locked-in fixed rate financing at 3.5% on a 30-year loan right now for a place you're living in. That's insane. It's like free money. And second of all, if hyperinflation happens, this debt becomes really, really easy to pay off. And then some people have this argument that, well, real estate values would crash in terms of the value of the dollar. Yes, that might be true. But if there's hyperinflation, I personally think real estate becomes a hedge against inflation, not just because it's easier for you to pay off your debt, but real estate is an asset. In my opinion, real estate is very similar to a gold bar. Like, people want to hold gold bars because there's a limited quantity of that. There's a limited quantity of quality real estate and quality land. So in my opinion, real estate isn't going anything. If anything, it stores value in respect to gold or in respect to Bitcoin. Let's say our fiat currency just disappeared and evaporated. Okay, no problem. Somebody wants to pay me, a bunch of Bitcoin for my house. Fine. I'll sell you my house right now. What's Bitcoin at? Like 12K? I'll sell you my house right now for 60 Bitcoins. If that's what the new currency is, that's fine. But I feel like I'll always be able to move my real estate to whatever currency is being used right now. Maybe it's Apple Cash. I don't know. You say Schiff is right. Let's debate this. Tell me why Schiff is right. I personally don't believe it. I mean, I don't see hyperinflation coming. Jet Set Baroni has a cynical comment here that says, I guess we don't need to buy your real estate course since wedge deals are going to be dead soon. You could think that way. And you know what? You'll make a great tenant for all the people in the course who are buying the wedge deals before the wedge deal opportunity goes away. And you know what? I could sell you my stuff and you could overpay for it, just like a lot of other people like to do in real estate. So that's fine. I guess we're on the edge of wedge deals. Yeah, and again, I mean, I think, I think we have 5 years. I don't think algorithm technology is there yet. So I do think we have 5 years, but I'll have to check out who this Greg whatever is. I mean, to me, what's SFM, bad investment? I don't know what that is. What are my thoughts on a foreclosure that was in a reverse mortgage? I don't know. Who cares if it was in a reverse mortgage? If it's a foreclosure, yeah, get that debt cleared and go buy it. The Fed is a private company. Brian Moorhead says, squirrel. Yeah, exactly. Distracted. Is wholesaling dead? No, wholesaling's not dead. It's not going to be dead. It's going to get replaced by companies like Zillow, Open Door, and Redfin now, and Redfin Direct, though. Yes, the Fed is a private company, but I mean, it's an institution that's designed to keep our country on a path of growth. Even though the Federal Reserve Bank is a private company, it operates as a quasi-governmental institution because it's doing what's best for the masses of the people. It's not doing it for the kindness of its own heart to make a profit. It's doing it for the people. Kevin just bought my first house hack. Congratulations. Saul, I answer about 50 DMs on Instagram a day. I try my best to start with the oldest ones, but I will say I've gotten a little slower because I've been getting a lot more DMs lately. So I'm trying. Okay. I don't mind to sound cynical. I think you're overhyping the Redfin thing there. I appreciate that, Jet Set. It's possible I'm overhyping the Redfin thing, but let me ask you this. Is it not true that we are going into a direction of artificial intelligence where automated self-driving cars and everybody buying a Model 3 Tesla out there at less profit to Tesla is basically giving Redfin or giving Tesla all of the data they need to take over the world of self-driving? The same thing is going to happen with Redfin. Tesla, cheap car, lots of self-driving data. Redfin, discounted service, lots of data on real estate. Artificial intelligence will happen. It doesn't matter who's going to do it. It doesn't matter when it's going to happen. It is going to happen. But I guarantee you this, the company that does it first, the company that gets artificial intelligence, that company should call me up and hire me. I guarantee you the company that does this first, that gets solid algorithmic data on properties that would qualify as wedge deals, and people start using this service like crazy, I guarantee you that company and their value is going to go through the roof. I would invest in it. You added 5-star, don't even worry. Oh my gosh. Will you buy Redfin stock? So Redfin, Zillow's trying to do this, but they're still relying on individual people to do it, and they're doing it covertly, right? Zillow and Redfin, or Zillow and Open Door, they're taking the deals for themselves and they're taking the profit for themselves. What I'm saying is, it's going to be a matter of time for the Robinhood company to come up, not like the Robinhood stock company, like the Robinhood, take from the rich and give to the poor, that comes up and goes, hey guys, don't sell your house to Zillow or Open Door. You could put paint and carpet in and make 50 grand. That's what I think is going to happen. Solo Player, what's up? Thank you so much for joining the course. Can't wait to see you in the live streams. Yeah, seriously, by the way, some people, they say things like, hey, I don't know if I want to join your course, which remember, use that new code. I'm using that short-term kind of code here, the short Redfin. People are like, hey, I don't know if I can make it to your live streams. You don't have to make it to the live streams. People post in the Discord, hey, Kevin, this is my deal. I have a question on this. And then I respond, I tag them and I go, hey guys, I responded to your question at this time. And then you could be, 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh, okay, 3 minutes in. Okay, go to 3 minutes in. Oh, that's what Kevin thinks. And I tell more people not to buy deals than I tell people to buy deals. Saying no to deals is very, very important. Disney stock is affordable. It's a U.S. company, which I like, especially with this China battle. What happened to my hair? My hair, honestly, I can never figure out my hairdo. Should I syndicate my deals like Bigger Pockets and Cardone? I think you could syndicate your deals once you've grown to a specific portfolio, but I don't know that. I don't think anybody would start with that. So how should we focus on during these 5 years? What should we focus on? I think what everybody should focus on and we'll end it on this. Everybody should focus for the next 5 years on before the algorithms kill this opportunity. Absolutely everybody should focus on controlling as much real estate as possible. It's that simple. I'm not saying, and like people get this wrong all the time. People are like, oh, Kevin's anti-cash flow. Kevin's anti-multifamily. I didn't say that. Buy everything that you can get a good deal on. If you get cash flow, great. If you can get a good deal, great. If you get a great deal, even better. But absolutely everybody right now, especially for the next 5 years before what we just talked about happens, should control as much real estate as possible, because once you control real estate, you win. Ask yourself this scenario. And if you want to see me in person too, remember, I'll be in Seattle in a week and then San Francisco and Miami and Charlotte and stuff after that. And stay tuned for the Las Vegas announcement. Yeah. Did I say that? I did say that. Okay. Well, stay tuned for that. But what everybody should do is control as much real estate as possible, because ask yourself this. If somebody came to you right now and said, hey, here's $20 million worth of real estate, it all breaks even. Do you want it? All of the property management, the vacancy, the repairs, the loan, everything is covered, but it breaks even. But I will give you $20 million worth of real estate right now. Would you take it? You would be dumb to say no. Oh, it's a break even. I don't want it. $20 million of real estate. Why would $20 million worth of real estate be great? Tax benefits, appreciation. If you get just 1% appreciation on $20 million, that's a lot of money. I can't even 200 grand is 1% appreciation. That's crazy. 200 grand, 1%. So that's why I'm so excited about controlling real estate, and that's why I think what is the number one thing everybody should do right now? Control real estate. Obviously, we've all heard before, well, we should pay off debt. Well, we should put money into index funds. Well, we should, put money into a high yield savings account. I don't care. Buy real estate. That to me is the number one freaking thing to do right now. And don't sell it. Don't sell it. Do I teach stocks? I have very strong opinions on stocks, but I'm much more of a buy and hold kind of person. And I don't know that me teaching you the way I buy and hold stocks and have done very well buying stocks and buying and holding stocks is very popular. I think day trading is much more popular in the world of stocks. But seriously, folks, take this advice. I would watch this video twice. If you don't own any real estate yet, watch this video twice. You can, if you want, consider using short Redfin as that coupon code. Commercial real estate, I'll end on that. I'm going to end on commercial real estate. I like commercial multifamily real estate. I don't like office space because I think the internet is changing the world and it hasn't been priced in. I don't really like retail because there are a significant amount of vacancies. Why is it that in any freaking city, you could drive around commercial real estate and see empty stores? Like, what is wrong with these property management companies that leave property sitting empty? Like, vacancy is the kiss of death in real estate. It's the dumbest thing ever. I don't like lease to own. I think Chris Krohn's a great person. I've met him in person at his house. I appreciated that meeting. But I'm just not a fan of lease. I talk about that in the course. I don't want to bag on Chris Krohn. He's got a great system going on, and I think his system could work well for people. But yeah, okay. Why don't I buy Redfin? Well, that's what I'm saying. You could buy Redfin stock as a hedge. You can hedge the death of the wedge by buying Redfin stock. I'm not giving that as a buy signal right now, because I think the buy signal is you doing this, because this is going to make you an insane amount of profit before that happens. You start seeing those indicators happen, then maybe you could get into buying the artificial, the stock and stuff like that, and make that transition over. So, folks, thank you so much for being here in the live stream. I appreciate all of you, and until next time.